Good morning, everyone. We will discuss how prosocial choice test, PCT, could highlight the importance of adopting the strange framework. I'm going to present you some results of my study in canaries. Prosocial behavior include behavior that induce a benefit for recipient individual without necessarily inducing a cost for the actor. In our study, we presented three possible options to our subjects. Choosing the prosocial dish rewarded both the subject and the recipients. Choosing the selfish dish only rewarded the subject, while choosing the null one did not reward anyone. We tested 16 reproductive pairs, each mate of the pair being tested with each other. Data of each subject were analyzed as soon as they passed and maintained the criterion of choosing the null dish less than 10% of the time. Dish were closed at the beginning of the trial, and when the subject perched on one on the three dish, the dish was choosing dish was open by pulling a thread, but were not allowed to change their mind. They could only choose one dish per trial. We also conducted a food sharing test in which two birds of the reproductive pair were food deprived during the night. Food sharings, latency and occurrences were measured the following day. Donors and recipients' status were switched at the next session the following day. Several individual features like learning speed and some personality traits were measured for each bird. Our data highlights a high preference for the prosocial dish for each bird. We also found direct reciprocity. The more prosocial an individual was in a session, the more prosocial the other one were in the reverse dyad in the following session. Prosociality seems to be influenced by parental status. Nulliparous birds were more prosocial than parents in the PCT. While in the food sharing test, parents were more willing to share food and share faster than nulliparous individuals. Besides, we found no link between canaries' performance in PCT and in this food sharing test, which could suggest that the two tasks did not require the same abilities or mental states or strategies. Communication from the recipient's individual modulated the subject choices. Subjects chose more often the selfish dish after a high call rate from the recipient, which could be interpreted as a pressure. But subjects chose more often the prosocial dish after the recipients exhibited a high movement rate, which could be interpreted as showing interest in the reward. These results are consistent with those found in chimpanzees and corvid in literature. Interestingly, when there were recipients, parents emitted less calls than nulliparous and exhibit a greater movement rate than nulliparous. So it seemed that parents used communication more efficiently than nulliparous bird. Some behavioral syndromes seem to appear in our canaries. Proactive birds, the boldest, the more obstinate and aggressive, were also fast learners and were the most prosocial birds. While reactive birds, the least obstinate, bold and aggressive, were slow learners but were the most reciprocal. Our results suggest that prosociality is linked to personality, cognitive ability, parental expertise, and could enhance the subject, this expertise, in this behavior. This study suggests that social background, experience, and personality can modulate individual behavior and highlight the importance of adopting the strange framework. Thank you for your attention.